Hey everyone, this is Gamer, and I'm currently playing Shadows of the Damned. Now this is a cult horror game that's made by Grasshopper Manufacturer, which is made with three particularly famous icons in the cult horror industry. Shinji Mikami, who is the father of Resident Evil, who directed Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil Remake, Dino Crisis, and Shadows of the Damned, amongst other titles like Vanquish, currently directing The Evil Within. Akira Yamaoka, who did the music for the game. He was the composer for the games Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill Shattered Memories, Silent Hill Oranges, Silent Hill 4, Silent Hill Homecoming, basically every single Silent Hill game up until Silent Hill Downpour, and also composed for other pieces and games as well, including Mora and etc., even some Dance Dance Revolution games. This also, of course, has the involvement of Suda51 from Grasshopper Manufacturer, who may have played a little role in this as opposed to some of the other games, because he wasn't the one directing it, but regardless, he definitely was still involved deeply into the project. Not too much else to say, except that this game sold absolutely terribly, and I've done a Let's Play of this on my channel before. In fact, I've done more than one video series of this, but I've never really done it officially or been able to express my full love for this title. This is a grindhouse horror tale, but I'm not going to speak too much for it outside of getting started right off the bat. Let's go to new game and start experiencing the Shadows of the Damned. First of all, we have to adjust brightness. Now, of course, my TV screen is a little bit brighter than the HGPVR screen. Right now, you guys can barely see a skull at all. I'm going to have to turn my brightness up so you guys can see it. This looks good. I guess that's the brightness we'll go for. Maybe one darker. That's good. Continue. Now, one other thing about this game, the aiming in this game is so slow. I suggest if you're a person who likes fast movement speed, just go all the way up. Camera speed, I like to be a little bit lower though, about that much. Sound mode, subtitles on. Let's get this show on the road. Funny thing, the game saves.
The bullet train is here, Hell Monkey.
As if you mortals can be saved with one little squeeze. Kill me, and I shall be replaced by another, and another, and another still. You cannot point that pet gun of yours at all demon kind. And wherever you're not looking is where the greatest threat shall be. One at a time, we shall seize the treasures of your life as spoils and leave only emptiness and despair. My last gifts to you.
Just don't forget to wrap them, Puta Claus.
By the way, Hotspur, how is your dear, sweet Paula? Is she hanging in there? Fuck you!
And thusly we begin the ordinary tale of Garcia Hotspur, who, most, myself included, thinks his middle name literally is fucking. He will call himself as such several times through the course of the game. First of all, it seems like my controls are having that controller issue, so I'm going to disconnect the battery. It's going to tell me to reconnect the controller. I'm going to waggle it around a little bit to make sure that's in place. Looks good, looks good. Hopefully it's good, it's more like the question. I put it back in. One of the issues with my personal 360 controller. Hopefully it's doing okay. Let's put that back together, and there we go. Still a slight upward turn. We're going to perfect it before we get deep into the game. Something which I can say while I'm getting this all set up is that Garcia Hotspur, you'll learn a lot more about him as the game goes through. He is voiced by Stephen Blum, if you guys know who that is. His character is based off of several famous horror type heroes. Probably one of the stronger ones actually comes from games. Dante is one source of inspiration. Another one is from the Evil Dead movie series. You'll figure out more about that as it continues. I won't say too much more. He also has a sidekick, which has been partially introduced at this point, but not properly, named Johnson, who is the gun which he's holding by his side right now. Alright, the controls look like they're good. Now then, we're going to take a little bit of time to appreciate our magical environment. Actually though, the camera speed seems kind of slow to me from how I'm used to it. I guess I didn't set it properly. Usually I like it to be a little bit slower than the game's movement speed. Maybe that's good enough for me. Confirm, go back there. Yeah, that's better. Alright. There's a lot of interesting art style things around here, and one thing which I can say, I forget the name of the artist, but Shadows of the Damned took particular reference and inspiration from a special artist, which I'm trying to remember of. A lot of the art style in Shadows of the Damned is pulled from the same sources of inspiration. Now then, we're going to go just right into the next area. One thing which I can say, I might be taking a lot more of what I like to call a tour guide style of commentary approaching this. I'm not really approaching this blindly. I'm not particularly trying to be funny. I think the game's funny enough as it is. If I have something to say, I'm just going to say it. Also, abstract art, which I'm not even going to pretend I understand. I mean, I can't be the only one who thinks that pieces of art like this are kind of... Anyways, ignoring that.
Paula! Shit!
Garcia is pretty excited to find his wife Paula, to the point that he has a picture of her hanging on his wall. I don't know. If I may for a second, I mean, I could try to be flattered if the person who I happen to be living with hanged a giant picture of my face on the wall, but what do I know? Maybe it is flattering. So which I can say, Tom, the screen tearing is not actually from the game itself, it's from the HD PVR window. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about that. It will not be represented in the YouTube recording. I'm not saying that this game doesn't have any screen tearing, because it does, but I do know about half the screen tearing will only be on the live stream version, because it's something which the HD PVR displays off for. If you're watching this on YouTube, you may not know what he's talking about. I'm talking about screen tearing, if you know what screen tearing is, but it might be absent in the YouTube video itself. Now, first of all, we have the magic globe right here. Aye. Yai. I know. Now, to take more of it, I'm just going to make this comment, because Garcia, the house that he lives in, or more so the apartment, it's only really composed of 2 rooms, this room and the bedroom over there. In fact, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, where the hell's the bathroom? You know, I hadn't really paid attention to it before, but I mean, I'm not going to question how they live their lives, just ignoring the fact that this house is seemingly missing a restroom of any sort. It does have a few niceties in it. We have world globes, a shit ton of books. I'm not sure if that's more for Garcia or Paula, on the fact that when we see Garcia read later in the game, he can hardly read English. I'm going to take it's probably for Paula. We got books and guitars, all the shiny guitars. And my favorite part of the house is right over here, next to this non-conceptual, non-symbolic image of the Virgin Mary and angels. And right over here, deer antlers and a deer. Just a random ass wooden deer who seems to watch us at our dinner table, which presumably, I guess it watches us while I eat. The irony is not lost on me, and I just want to say I wish I had a mannequin deer like this in my house too. Though if it was me, I'd probably just tip it over because it would look funny. Outside of that, we have other recreational activities such as guitars, more paintings, and Well, you'll see after I'm done with this cutscene.
No.
Oh, God.
Hold up! Wait! No!
Outside of demons coming out for a lovely coming out party, what I was going to mention is that they have a fucking bond right there. I mean, I'm not going to question Garcia and Paula's recreational activities, but I'm going to question the recreational activities. Now, right now they're trying to teach me how to shoot. It's pretty simple. You hold this, then see if I can get a headshot, my first shot. Yep. Actually, I seem to have pulled the trigger a bit prematurely there. Turns out our whole apartment's already under attack by demons. As it says, demons replace one another. They're right now teaching me the magic of the game. It's just a sort of glorified tutorial section. Teaching me as well about where demons come from in this world. Let's see if I get a headshot. Missed. Need to get used to the controls. Let's see if I can get this aligned perfectly. Fuck. Fuck, I'm not gonna get out of the fucking headshot thing. I'm gonna try it. Oh, I don't have the ability to do my fucking melee attacks yet, I don't think. Because I need to learn how to melee, apparently.
Fuck you.
That's what happens if an enemy tries to attack you from behind when you're not looking. Let's see if I'm trying to see if I can get a headshot down one of these guys on getting reused to the controls. Apparently not. I can't even do a melee attack, so that's sort of disappointing. Can't charge anything like that. However, I have unlimited health right now, so it's not like I can die at the moment. Again, this is the fully and purely a tutorial segment. I actually like the saw in this part too. Okay. Getting used to the controls is going to be the hardest thing, because how the gun moves and paying attention to it is kind of odd. Fuck, I'm not going to get any of the headshots right now. You'll see what I mean by headshot thing later on. You have to get a headshot on the first go, though, or else it doesn't really count for it. That's that demon around where they're dead brothers. Get away from the picture of Paula. Ah, fuck, stop. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to ignore the headshots. Let me roll into stun him for a second. And let's see, there we go. Magic, magic. Outside, I've literally thrown my sofas all around. Well, I was just standing right there, so they probably moved me. No, actually, I'm still standing right here. Going to ignore this demon thing for a second. Let's see if I can get a headshot now. I'm way too determined to do this. Fuck me. So much inexperience of not playing this game fucking, like, several months from here. The moving signal moves like this, if you ever noticed, if you ever played a third-person shooter. What you're supposed to do usually in shooters is that the sensitivity in this is kind of weird. There it is. Typically, and when it comes to games like these, there is in the regular game, by the way, ammo I should mention. It's just in the segment you have unlimited health, unlimited ammo. Just teaching you the controls deliberately. What I was going to say, though, is that there's kind of a sternness to how he moves and shoots, which is one of the oddities of the game, which you have to sort of get used to, trying to get used to his control scheme. Like, he has no fidgetiness to his movement. If you're paying any attention to how I'm moving it, I'm seeming to get a little bit better of a handle on it, though. I'm just going to... Nope, missed that headshot. Alright. Got it the second time, though. So now I get on this guy. Good, good. Alright, almost have it. Anyways, apparently demons are in necrophilia. Who knew? I mean, I guess technically they're dead, so I'm not sure if that counts as necrophilia. Regardless, we're coming in anyway by not rolling to the door, but by kicking it. Anyways, we're interrupting the demon party. I want to get a headshot. Okay. Headshots are satisfying and the easiest way to deal with any enemy in this game. Not to mention, I don't have my full weapon set and melee attacks available to me right now, so just run and stun him a little bit like that. There we go. Take care of you. Now time to reload. Before I kill this zombie, I just want to point out it's kind of weird that we have a sign in a room called Embrace the Darkness. I've always questioned that. Nothing else really to say outside of the fact I want to see if I can stun him to death, which is possible. You just have to do it a lot. This does damage them, just very minimally. Alright, let's see if I can actually just kill it. Magic! I'll let the villains introduce themselves. This next character about to be introduced is actually voiced by the voice actor of Leon S. Kennedy in Resident Evil 4.
You let my Angel go now, stranger. yourself nicely.
Help me!
Let her go. But can't you see the little peach is coming on to me?
Come on to this, pendejo.
Oh, Demon Hunter. Your bullets have no bite, no penetration. You need more thrust!
¿Qué diablos es eso?
That was just the appetizer, Hotspur. A taste of what's in store.
So, you know my name.
And you don't know mine. Please, call me Fleming. Oh, you're not going to get pouty over one little blonde bombshell. Tell you what, you can have the girl back, good as new. If you atone for your sins against me for slaying my legion of demons. Admit that you challenged a greater power and lost. Admit that your endowments will never measure up to my own.
I will admit you're a fucking asshole. How's that, Fleming?
Oh, so be it. A place for Paula has now been set at my table, mortal. You cannot have her back now. But come to my castle in the underworld, and you could still join in our revels.
Such a tempting offer. I do love a party. Maybe we could play Pong. Or do shots!
I would say you slay me, Hotspur, but you don't. You can't. Now say goodbye to Paula. She has a lot of dying to do. And coming back to life, and dying some more. I like to keep my mistresses guessing. Yes, help her! Because in the meantime, I'll be helping myself.
You know, G, just because the highway to the underworld is stretched out before us doesn't mean we have to...
Is there a problem, Johnson?
Well, I'm just saying, demons are buttholes. You really wouldn't like it there.
Says the former demon. What's wrong? Lost your spine?
Okay, look. If you want to go to the underworld, good on you. But you don't know that place. Look what they did to me. A few little transgressions, and now I'm doomed to an eternity of heavy metal jokes and posing for pirate flags. It's only worse for mortals.
Then all the more reason to go. They have Paula. So the way I see it, you are either with me, or you're not.
No! Get on.
All right. Vámonos! The underworld lies just beyond the sound barrier.
How do you know? That's like super classified demon information.
Not according to the internet.
Alright, so obviously we're not going to be saving over my previous save file, cough. However, though, I'm just going to say a few things. The voice actor of Johnson is voiced by one of the main characters that was played in Pirates of the Caribbean. I forget the exact character's name at the moment. The other thing which I can say about it is This motorcycle segment unfortunately led many people to believe there might have been a motorcycle playable segment in the actual game, which unfortunately there was not. However, though, ironically enough, in the upcoming Suda 51 game that just literally came out, Killer is Dead, there is in fact a motorcycle gameplay segment which was inspired by a scrap concept idea for Shadows of the Damned, to have a motorcycle concept stage. Anyways though, we're going to just press this right off the bat, choose the hardest difficulty we can, which unfortunately since this is on a 360 account where I haven't actually beaten the game once on the other difficulty, I have before, I've beaten the game with Satanic Hell difficulty before, I'm going to have to go with Legion Hunter as opposed to Satanic Hell difficulty. Legion Hunter we go. And off they go, motorcycling away.